Before we start, one important classification. This is a major accounting discussion, not financial reporting. I'm not explaining how inventory is recorded on the balance sheet. I'm explaining the real economic costs managers must consider when making inventory decisions. Many of these costs do not appear in the financial statements, but they are still critical for decision making. First, purchase costs. These are the costs to acquire inventory in the first place. This includes the purchase price, transportation costs, and the supplier discounts or credits. These costs are included in inventory for financial reporting purposes. Purchase costs from the baseline cost of inventory. And second, carrying costs. These are the costs of holding inventory before it is used or sold. Examples include storage space, insurance, security, spoilage, and obsolescence. Carrying costs also include opportunity cost, meaning the return the company could have earned if its cash were not tied up in inventory. These costs do not increase inventory on the balance sheet, but they are very real costs from a managerial perspective. Third, ordering costs. These are the costs incurred every time a purchase order is placed. This includes clerical work, approvals, purchasing staff time, and order processing. Ordering costs depend on the number of orders placed, not the size of each order. These costs are relevant for inventory planning, but they are not capitalized as inventory. Fourth, stock-out costs. These occur when inventory is unavailable but customers want to buy. Examples include expedited shipping, emergency purchases at higher prices, and employee time spent locating alternatives. Stock-out costs also include opportunity costs from lost sales and dissatisfied customers. Again, these costs do not appear in financial statements, but they directly affect profitability. Fifth, cost of quality. These are costs incurred to ensure inventory meets quality standards. This includes prevention costs, inspection and testing, internal failures like rework, and external failures such as returns and customer complaints. Quality costs help reduce future problems, even though they are not included in inventory valuation. Finally, shrinkage costs. These represent inventory losses due to theft, damage, errors, or employee fraud. Shrink is usually identified as difference between physical inventory counts and recorded inventory. Shrinkage reduces profits even though it is not a planned inventory cost. Final summary. Only purchase and production-related costs are included in inventory for financial reporting. However, managerial accounting requires considering all relevant costs, including carrying, ordering, stock out, quality, and shrinkage, when managing inventory. Relying only on financial statement costs can lead to poor inventory decisions. If this helped clarify things, please subscribe for more.